got a feeling somebody's watching me. Oh, I got a feeling I forgot the thing. My stupid joke one sec. Oh, I've got a feeling somebody.
It's always too late.
The joke didn't work. Anyway, I was gonna have the thing pop out because this monster is fucking creepy and say, "What the fuck is that?" Oh, it's really playing games. The Extinction Curse. I'm the GM Graham, and joining me today are Brian, is Faith the Tiefling Monk.
Hello?
We have Garrett is Favian the Catfolk Rogue.
Hey.
We have Ross as Oarshisk, the Lizardfolk Swashbuckler.
Hello.
We have Ross, the other Ross, joining us pretty soon. He's going to be playing Edward Coulter, the half-elf summoner. We also have Patrick as Horatio, the half-elf wizard.
Never look back. No, really.
Never...
Don't look at it.
Don't look.
Don't look at me.
It's very horrifying that
like
the
a
handout
5-year-old
closed on me, but like it's a nasty little guy. Like it's disgusting. If I could pull up the thing, I would, but it's saying no. Graham, you tried to show it off and you won't do it. Anyway, this horrible monster has come wandering out of the woods in your direction. You've had a pretty rough day so far. You set off from the town of Carrick, moving southward through the Swordlands, hoping to eventually make your way to the much anticipated and lauded Stump Festival in Turpin Row. But along the way, you pass through an area called Castonley and the Hollows, these burying grounds, this old graveyard of the Swordlands, and met up with Boraloo, the Dead Singer, this shoony little guy who happens to be a gravedigger, have some pseudo-mystical powers maybe, but maybe not. We're hoping that maybe he could help you out with this whole haunting situation in old Kuru's place, but he has been gravedigging for a long time and is a little tired of it and does have a lovely singing voice, so decided, you know what, we're going to have him on board our circus and we're going to treat him as a performer in due time. So he's planning to meet up with you before too long, back in Carrick, back at your circus, but had one final grave to dig beforehand. Apparently, the young Anila, one of the leader of the teenagers who were defacing your wagon the night before, wound up dead on the way. Apparently, that was the last night of Anila's young life, where in the morning, along the way to Carrick, she expired, was found by a wagoneer and brought and entombed there in the grave nearby. In doing so, you thought a mourner was coming out of the woods. No, it was some strange creature with candle fingers trying to lure you in, but managed to destroy that creature very handily. Make your way, making a detour now toward another Aeon Tower, since there are 3 here, trying to make your way toward the second one, this Life Root Stone, to the southwest. And in passing through the forest, you came upon a gruesome scene. In the late evening night, getting on to nightfall, there was a tree, and with a spike stuck through its chest, pinned to the tree was this goat-legged, horned creature with apparently some large wound in its nose, just blood everywhere, grisly, awful scene, and then through the forest behind you, wailing, screaming, saying to look away, and this creature coming upon you, seeing this bloody scene, seeing this horned, goat-legged figure nailed to the tree, started to panic, started to cry out and come in your direction, and as this one large bulging eye peeks through from behind 2 fingers and looks in your direction, it begins flailing around, and you feel this sense of dread and doom creep over you. So at this point, we'll have everyone go ahead and roll us some initiative. Alrighty. Guess I should roll initiative for the thing, huh? I'm gonna have it. Hey, just in time. Hello, Ross. Who we missing?
Hello. Thank you for your patience.
Nah, it's all good. Just rolled initiative. I already rolled initiative for you, so you come just at the right time. So we're doing that. We're doing that. Yeah, that's everybody. So first up is Fabian. So Fabian, starting your turn, I need you to make 2 saving throws for me. I need you to make a will save and a fortitude save.
Who would have guessed?
Oh dear.
Huh?
Well, 25.
It's not the worst.
Not a crit fail. Or we're in trouble if it is.
Nice.
And
Okay.
then critical fortitude save. That's good. That's pretty good. You probably wanted to do better on the fortitude save anyway. So, give me 1 sec here. So, on the will save of 25, that is a failure. So, looking at this horrifying creature come toward you, you're just kind of freaked out in general by this horrible scene. So, you are frightened too. Of this just frightful creature. There's a sense of this sense of like impending doom that comes toward you as this creature just in a panicked voice reaches out to you. But nothing else happens at this point. You're free to act. What do you do?
Okay. I'm frightened. Remind me. Is this? Are you able to still approach something that you're frightened by, or do you have to
Yes.
sort of stay? Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure which game we're in.
You're just really
Um,
uncomfortable.
What rules
I'm
is
really
this?
uncomfortable. Okay.
Yep, just that -2 to DCs and checks.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move. I'll do 1 action to move to here, and then I think I'm gonna try to convince it not to attack us with my 2nd action or something. I'll try to be like, hey, like we didn't do this. We can help you get vengeance on the person or persons that did. You know, we're all on the same side. Don't murder us, terrifying creature.
Please.
Please don't murder us.
Sure. What you can do... Check one thing about rules.
Yeah, no worries. It's okay if it doesn't. If there's no getting out of it. If he's totally enraged.
There's a thing. There's a thing. Let's see.
And then for my last action, if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna hold with my rapier and poke him if he comes in poking range.
Oh, that takes 2 actions.
Oh, that takes 2 actions. Then
2 actions
Yeah.
already.
Radius too.
Okay, that's fine.
So
So move a little closer.
Let's see.
I'll move here to try and like.
I'll
Hey,
make a-
and then I'll try to diplomacy him to.
Okay, let's make a little secret check for Fabian, shall we?
Yeah, I'm not.
So you come forward like, hey, we're trying to help. You know, everything's fine. And much like telling somebody to calm down in real life, sometimes it kind of has the opposite effect. No, it's fine. Just relax. Why can't you just relax? And this creature is not having any of it. This creature just suddenly kind of turns in you, the eye flailing wildly between the fingers. Just full on panic mode as you speak toward it.
Well-
you know, it's definitely this sense of just manic energy and fear and panic in its eye, and as it's moving around erratically toward you. So it's pretty freaked out.
Sounds good. That's me.
Okay, Fabian, you do that. Edward, likewise at the start of your turn, I'll need you to make a will and fortitude save.
A will save?
Yes.
Will he? He won't.
You will also be
Yeah, that's a 20.
frightened too. at the end of Fabian, your frightened condition goes down to frightened 1, actually. Since
I'm
at the end of your turn when it
very
goes down.
happy about that.
Yep. Fortitude save 29. That is a failure.
Oh, wow.
Yes, 29 fort save fails. So there is something about this creature and the look in its eye, the way the eye is moving, that just kind of creeps into you. Edward, you are now doomed 1.
Oh no.
Oh
That's
boy.
not good.
I don't even know that condition.
Dislike.
It just means you're perpetually like wounded.
Doomed
1.
1. Yes. the
Yeah.
Doomed condition. The dying value at which you die is reduced by your doomed value. If you reach maximum dying value 0, you instantly die. When you die, you're no longer doomed. The doom value decreases by 1 each time you get a full night's rest.
Whoa! I love it. I
Uh,
hate it.
One
but-
less death saving throw.
Does Marion need to make saves too?
I think yes, and you take the worst of both results, right?
That's only for damaging effects.
So yes, this is a non-damaging effect in both cases.
But it's not an action restricting effect, right?
Right.
Which is the only one that applies.
Ooh,
to
one.
both of them, yes.
Marion doesn't have a dying condition.
No.
It
That's
just like
true.
goes away.
Yeah.
Marion can't really die.
This is more about the frightened, because
Yeah,
that
I'll-
does affect
let
us separately.
Marion make a will save. Just the will save.
Dang.
That's a big no. Hey, that's a... just a...
It gets a +2 because I assume it's a mental effect.
It is. It's a mental effect. So is that actually a 20?
That is actually a 20.
That makes a difference. So that will mean
I wonder what the DC is.
Marion is also frightened too.
Cool. So I take it that was not a success.
No,
Correct. That will be, with a 20 total, that'll be a normal fail.
because
No,
25 was a
all right.
failure.
Alright. Alright, cool. What we're gonna do is... Faith, you take care of this. And I'm going to use my once per day heroism from my bardic magic on Faith.
Heroism.
For 10 minutes.
+1 to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks. You put your faith in Faith.
I put my faith in Faith, yeah. And at the same time, Marin is going to stride twice to get to there.
Okay. And in your turn, Frighten goes down to 1 for Ichias.
Is this a tree or bush? Just a question.
It is tree.
Tree, got it.
Yes. So you can go through it, but there's just a tree there. Horatio, same thing to you. Fortitude and will save.
Perception.
Let me tell you how excited I am about this. Will save. Jeez,
Ooh, bad.
that's my best save.
This
But
might...
do I want to hero point this? No,
think-
I sure don't. I'm about to make a fortitude save that might make me doomed on a normal failure, which is very likely to happen.
That's fair.
Okay, keeping the critical failure will
You might be a
save.
fleeing
No,
caster.
it is not fleeing. You are just frightened 4.
Does that
Wow.
happen before I make the fortitude save? Or can I choose to make the fortitude save first?
No, also they happen simultaneously, so the frightened
Good.
penalty doesn't happen.
I would like to not roll a +11 fort save.
Okay,
Well.
21.
21.
It made a difference.
I'm just gonna take the 21. It's almost certainly a critical failure.
A 29 was a normal failure still, right? So,
A 21
I need-
on the fort save is a critical failure.
does he die if he critically fails?
No.
Okay.
Instead, Horatio,
3.
quite shaken by this creature, erratically moving around, the eye, the visage, the horror of this thing, and through the dark light with the blood splattered on the forest ground, the creature pegged to the tree behind you. This is a lot for your mind to process, so not only are you frightened 4, you are doomed 2.
Okay.
So we've got to keep this thing away from. We got to keep this thing away from Horatio.
Yeah. Maybe it likes doomed people. I don't know.
Let's see. Let me put the frightened 4 on my.
4, doom 2.
I am not casting any attack spells right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, my stats are so bad right now. I am going to look at the hero of this party.
Be like,
I'm going to touch her on the shoulder and cast haste.
Man, we're just gonna throw everything on face.
Hasted heroic monk. Like, okay, time to go, Faith.
Do I have a spell I can cast? Maybe bless or something?
Just pile on as many as humanly possible.
It just happens that we're both in touch range of her.
The colder and colder puff up the monk. Like, please save us.
And then I'll start up Protective Ward.
Alright.
It's probably not going to be very useful, but
Hey, it could make all the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, at the end of your turn, you move down to Frightened 3. And it's its turn. Okay. So,
We're pretty spread out for once, actually.
yeah, we got this Marion fella right here. That's no good. But that's better. So we're gonna go running toward the lot of you, kind of right about here. And it seems
I get a reaction.
Oh yes.
Opportunity attack.
Yeah. Gotta remember the -1 for frightened.
Yes.
Dang.
Well,
It runs erratically in such an unpredictable manner that Marion can't quite trace it with the Phantom Elf Blade, but the creature, screaming, holding its face, goes out, and it kind of like goes through the tree a little bit. You notice this tree that you pointed out earlier, it just kind of like phases through it a little bit, comes into the middle, and then like just knees buckling, like fingers digging into the flesh of this horrid visage, it yells and screams and lets out the most horrible sound, a haunting wail. Let's see, who's in range? Yep.
did you intentionally get everybody in range?
No,
Oh.
Faith and Edward are just a little bit outside of its area of effect, but Horatio, Oarchisk, Fabian, and Marion, I need you all to make fortitude saves.
Okay.
Yeah. Dang.
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 Okay, so...
I'm so worried about every save. I still have to make my 2 saves at the start of my turn.
Okay,
my only possibility of success.
so Fabian and Marion both critically fail. Oarchisk succeeds and Horatio critically succeeds. Okay, so Horatio, shockingly, nothing happens to you. You take nothing. Oarchisk, you take 8 sonic damage. It is a scream, a wail, but sonic damage. And then the ones who critically failed, You each take 15 sonic damage, and it ruptures your eardrums. So you each are taking a weakness to sonic equal to 10. So you have sonic weakness 10 currently. So that was Marion. Let's see.
Mop. Are they deafened or anything, or just, I guess...
Well, in
Wait,
addition to taking the sonic damage, then you gain the weakness to sonic damage. I'm gonna put, let's see, something to remember that this is going on Marion and on Fabian. But then both of you are so flipped out by this that you are both fleeing as well. So on your turn, you have to spend each action trying to escape the source of the condition as expediently as possible. You cannot delay or ready. So this freaks Fabian and Marion the fuck out. This is too much. This is whatever the hell this is. It is absolutely terrifying. So that's happening to the two of you. Just awful. But that is the end of its turn. So then we come to Oarshisk, and I need you to make a will and fortitude save for me. So will 34, fortitude 27. So on the will, that is a success. So even on a success, you are still frightened 1. So just for this round, you will be frightened 1. The 27 fortitude is a failure, so you will be doomed 1.
Okay.
So just this unsettling presence, this creature coming toward you, wailing, screaming. It is unpleasant, to say the least.
Conditions. Frightened.
Frightened 1, doomed
1. And it seems to still be weirded out by my shield with that for some reason. I don't know why it does that. Sorry, I have to... 26... Yeah, like incorrectly calculate shields for frightened.
Because it applies the frightened penalty to both your AC and your shield AC. It's really weird.
And then doomed. Doomed 1. Okay, got it.
Alright.
So Oarshisk is gonna sprint forward and just like try to like grab her or them or whatever.
Alright.
So we're gonna try a grapple. Athletics.
37 is a success. You reach forward and grab the skin is kind of taut and kind of compresses a little bit underneath your grasp, like it's like, you know, soft leather, like a soft leather bag that squeezes in a little bit when you grab the sides of it. It's very unpleasant.
And then can I, well,
suplex.
The thing is, my nature sucks. It is +1. There is no way I'm gonna know what this thing is. I mean, mechanically, I don't know what's in the stat block. Is there a way for me to like try to cover its mouth or something like that to like stop it from screaming at people? Or maybe like, if it's not a thing that's even an option, then I'll just...
Do you have a way of restraining?
If I critically succeed on the grapple, I could restrain.
It would be so handy if somebody had, like, the silence spell.
Yeah.
Probably not, though. When would you ever prepare that?
If I was a monk,
I would
could
say
do a
as
throat thing or
it
fighter.
would probably require
I mean,
critical
there's like
success on grapple. If you
Yeah.
were like to grapple in a specific way to try and stop up the mouth, that's pretty much restraining someone and, you know, stuff like that. Because they're grabbed, but they're still able to try to struggle against it a little bit.
Okay, and then I'll try a tackle. So we'll try to
Okay.
get them onto the ground. Athletics against reflex. So athletics with a minus. Oh, I have panache. I have to do this again. Plus because of agile, plus because of panache. So it's only -3.
Reflex DC.
Ooh, that's not gonna do it. Is that a crit fail? Okay, I'll just stand back up then to reaction.
Yep, so you go to trip, and it has kind of like wide feet and toes, so it's able to dig those into the dirt a little bit and send you off balance, but you spring back up using that tail from momentum. Back up. So
I
still
don't
grabbing.
like that 24 was a critical failure. But
On the reflex
that's
DC.
it for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So that was Awarshisk. Faith, make that will and fortitude save.
Remember your +1 from heroism.
2 will of 31.
No, those that includes the +1.
Oh, it's included. Okay. So
Thanks.
the will save is a failure, which means you'll be frightened 2. Awarshisk, your frightened 1 goes away at the end of your turn. But in Faith, you become frightened 2. And then your fortitude was a 30.
Yeah.
A 30 is a failure on the fortitude save, so you are also doomed 1. But then you have your turn.
Okay.
I can roll really high to beat that.
I had to roll 1 higher. I'm gonna use my haste action to move to there. My
Behind
first
it.
action to flurry. I got a +1 to this. For some reason. Don't have a +1 to damage.
A 28.
Flat-footed.
It is
Even
flat-footed.
against its flat-footed AC. Misses.
Oh no.
Did you include heroism?
Yes.
Did you include the bless that we didn't cast on you?
Yes. I include
The
that
imaginary-
bless.
Ooh,
28
buddy,
misses again.
buddy.
That was
Creature
1, 2,
moves erratically, swaying back and
3.
forth.
I'm doomed and frightened. I
Correct.
used a haste action to move.
You've used 2 actions so far, so you think of 1 more.
I have 1 action left. Where is it? Not.
What's that last action, Faith?
Trying to remember from Minister First Aid is a 1 action or 2 action activity. I think it's 2.
2, yeah.
Okay, so I can't do that.
Even with like a medic dedication or something?
No, I have feats that let me do things with that. Obviously,
Okay.
I could.
Man, we haven't hurt it at all.
No, we've
No.
not.
I don't know. Maybe I'll roll a 20.
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, you could try, but
Anything else to do with this action?
There's always a
Okay.
chance. Or it could be a critical
10.
failure!
Go.
No, the creature eludes your punches and whatnot. Your turn, Faith, you go down to just frightened 1. just frightened one. Then we come back to Fabian. Fabian, you're fleeing.
Yeah, I have to use all my actions to run away, right? Which takes me
Correct.
right there. And that's my turn. That's
Alrighty.
3 runaways.
Goodbye, Fabian.
Do I roll to stop fleeing or
No, just
stop?
at the end of your turn, you get far enough away and look back to your allies trying to fight it, and you're like, okay, maybe I can do something now. I'm far enough away. That is your turn spent fleeing.
So I can remove fleeing and remove frighten.
Remove fleeing, and yes, you are no longer frightened because you get that at the end of your turn reduced by
No longer the scaredy cat,
1.
but super far away.
Now on to Edward and Marion. Marion is fleeing as
But-
well.
Yes,
But
But
Who cares?
because of the Eidolon specific rules. It says that if your Eidolon's actions are taken out of your control, you win over.
you just choose not to give it any actions on your turn, and you take all of the actions.
He has to use all 0 of his actions this turn to run away.
Exactly.
wow. So
It's
you
like Animal
kind of
Companion and not giving them a
use
move.
the binding mystical forces between you and the Phantom of Marion to say, no, I will take it upon us now. And you activate your powers, and Marion stays in place, kind of phasing in and out of existence a little bit, as the fear would normally grab him, but he stays.
Yep. Okay, for our first action, we are going to inspire courage, giving everybody a +1 to. Oh, let's just click it. Thank you. Inspire courage. There we go. +1 to attack rolls, damage rolls, and
Man.
saves against fear effects, which is relevant.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice at the beginning. Yep, in hindsight, should have done that last turn. Oh well. Then for action number 2, we are going to tell them to calm down, man, with Bon Mole.
Oh.
Going with a diplomacy check. That's a 27 versus their will DC.
Not quite enough. You
No,
need
not
to
quite. Oh.
Calm this creature down, say, it's gonna be fine, man. Cool, chill out, chill out. It's not chill. It's the opposite of chill.
Well, then we give it the Mare Bear stare.
Likewise, this creature... no,
Very
it's just
willful, you might
very
say.
willful.
Not impressed.
29 will not beat the will of the
Dang.
unfortunately. Yeah, no, it is well and truly freaking the fuck out and panicking. But that will be the
So
end
are
of
we.
your turn. So Marion's not fleeing. Frightened goes away, and that's that. So that was Edward, onto Horatio. You're muted, Patrick.
Still. Okay, there we go. Is this thing worth a 5th level spell?
Yes.
Seems
The
like it. We
question's
have
a
yet to
wizard.
damage
The problem is it's not an attack 5th level spell. Or I could just magic missile its face. Yeah, this seems like let's pull out our magical Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh.
I'm going to cast Cloak of Colors on the melee person who is in range, which is Oarshisk. I would prefer it on Faith.
To give more buffs to Faith.
So,
All of us are dead.
well, because if Oarshisk goes down, then this is happening to Faith
I
when
have to
she is
make a-
trying to heal him.
I have to make a flat check in order to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
However, Oarshisk is in range, so I'm going to do that. And then I will expend that 5th level spell. And I'm going to extend my protective ward to 10 feet. And that is my turn.
Okay. The dazzling cloak swirls around the lizard folk. A familiar sight to when you fought the Mistress Dusklight. But it comes onto its turn, and since it is adjacent to Oarshisk, it is dazzled. All creatures and objects are concealed from you, and that just happens. It's no safe against that. Attacking target causing... Okay, so it's its turn. Check something. So...
and Horatio's frightened condition goes down.
Yeah, so the will save is actually now a 25.
Okay,
That'll
so now
continue
you're just down
ticking
to
up at the end of my turn.
2. Its turn. So... It can just keep doing this, huh? Not the scream, but it can do something else, which is interesting.
I mean, I'm guessing it has a lot of attacks that do sonic damage. If there's one attack that gives you weakness to sonic damage, it would kind of make sense. The attacks are also sonic.
Yeah, my other option was giving someone a resistance to sonic damage, but nobody's next to me anymore.
Okay. It is going to flail. And when I say flail, it is just these hands striking out erratically, randomly in different directions. It's going to flail 3 times, and when it does that, each time it attacks both Faith and Oarshisk. So,
It has to make a DC 5 flat check for every one of those
Right.
attacks.
Yep.
okay, so...
And I don't know how you calculate the map penalties.
Wait,
That's
how
on
for
you.
Faith? Oh, because it's
It's-
just
it's dazzled.
Yeah, it is dazzled.
I see.
dazzled. So every time it has to do it. So we're gonna go Faith Oarshisk, Faith Oarshisk, Faith Oarshisk. Just that, keep it consistent. So first flat check against Faith. Do this.
Does it take map for?
Yeah.
So it.
The spell is
flails
worth
out,
it.
And just it's brightened. The eye is kind of like squinting from behind there. So as it flashes out like this, just cannot quite see. Then the first flat check against Oarshisk. So it does succeed on that. It's grappled, which is
It just
yeah
grabbed and
so-
immobilized. There's
So
there's
it
no actual
just
grapple
has
condition.
to make its attack against Oarshisk, which does that. So it's actually just that. Does a 27 hit you, Oarshisk?
Yes, it does. That is my AC.
Alright, so it
Wait,
just-
what is heroism? Or sorry, does inspired
Inspired
courage?
courage.
Does not give an AC bonus.
Dang it, Patrick! Why aren't you closer?
You walked away from me, buddy.
I mean, I could just let it come
also
to you.
do- so it does hit you.
Yeah.
You will take 25 points of piercing damage. As it just rakes through you with these claws, still screaming, still panic flailing. But creature that hits target must make a will save because now the thing is the Coat of Colors flashes. It's a DC 25 will save.
Yep.
It critically succeeds. So it just keeps flailing around. So that was the first flail.
Yeah.
Second flail, flat check against Faith. Will succeed. So it's doing that. So these are all just going to be this. So that's a 22 to hit you, Faith.
That will miss.
Alright, so it's not. Next flat check against Oarshisk also succeeds. So this is going to be, a 14 to hit you, Oarshisk.
I'll gut punch her back.
Alright, goes forward, just completely misses you, so you come back to, you're still grabbing,
Oh,
but
25. Or I guess 23. Yeah.
And then finally, the last flail against Faith will do that. So that'll be a 20 to hit Faith, doesn't do it.
Doesn't
And
hit.
then the last flat check against Oarshisk also goes through, but that's that is a natural 20.
Okay,
No arches.
I guess that's a crit then.
So that's
Is it a critical hit or is it a normal hit?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a
the
crit.
total to hit is 32.
So that's a normal hit then.
No, because
it's a
if they
critical
roll a
hit.
nat
Roll a
20,
natural
then it's a
20.
crit.
Oh,
Yeah, they roll a natural 20. So
that's with the multi-attack penalty.
yes,
Dang.
yes it is. Yeah, with the multiple attack penalty and other penalties too, it's a 32. Yeah. So that will be just 44 points of piercing damage.
I like how I'm the person with the cloak, and I'm also the only person that has taken damage.
It has to make another will save.
And the will save. But it gets 32. So it still stains through all of it. But that is the end of its turn. Then we're on to Alarchist.
You said 44, right?
Correct, on the crit.
Okay. Well. Its reflex save is so high. I can try another grapple. Honestly, I probably just want to attack it.
I mean, it's still grabbed, right? It hasn't broken free. Oh,
It breaks free at the end of the turn, though. Just
oh,
automatically, unless I re-grab it.
I don't know how monsters work. Because but monsters have improved grab, so they can just they have to spend an action, but they don't have to regular roll.
Yeah, it's not like a sustain or anything like that. I mean, I could try to grapple again, or just attack. Just attack. We're just gonna attack. We haven't damaged them yet.
It'd be nice to actually hit.
Plus 1, and then flat-footed, but that still doesn't hit. Nope. That's a critical miss. I guess I will raise shield. And that's my turn.
Alright, the cloak going, your shield, your buckler interposed between you and whatever the hell this creature is. You let go and try to defend yourself from the onslaught. On to Faith.
The first action, I'm gonna flurry
Your paunch.
and get a 1 to that. I get a 1 to that now. Ooh, 35!
Hey, that hits! You did it!
And
Yay!
it probably matters. My
hey.
fist count is both silver and cold iron.
Yep, that sure as shit matters. Ooh, he does, or they, use they pronouns there. They do not like this. As soon as you are able to get past all the erratic movement and all the crazy just screaming and whatnot and actually connect a hit, it is as if you just sent a hot iron poker into the back of their head. They're just screaming bloody murder at you and turning now with a wild eye in your direction. They
Great!
super didn't like that.
Okay, second half of the flurry.
Fort save, right? Or do they?
17, that's not gonna hit. It has to make a fort
but
save.
Now it makes the fort save. 40.
That passes. Second action, move to here. Third action, attempt to battle medicine. Rush, like that's a DC 5 check.
You surely got this.
Sure. Haha,
Yeah,
you're
good.
right. Ooh,
So you
let's
kind of
see.
hold your eye against the dazzling light. Ugh. Reach out. Touch the lizard.
I'm just gonna do a DC 20 because I want to succeed. Sure enough,
critical
so yeah, you get 34 hit points. That was
Hey,
1,
there we
2,
go.
3 actions.
Almost patches up that crit. That was 1 to do the flurry, 2 to move over.
I have my
Haste.
haste action left.
Or your
I
haste
can-
was the move, the step action.
I mean, I'm either gonna step or attack, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fair.
You should
Um,
move because if you stay there, you're dazzled.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back to here, and end my turn.
Okay.
So it's now Fabian's turn. He can return.
Yes. So
Oh,
your,
unless something happens in my turn.
your frightened goes down by 1, so you're now
frightened.
frightened.
I'm not afraid.
Fabian, you're not
Okay.
fleeing. You can rejoin.
I'm not fleeing. No, I can use all my actions to get to here.
Yeah, that's the sucky thing about fleeing is you basically lose 2 turns.
Yeah, but that's
You
okay.
weren't
I didn't
turning
take
back.
any damage yet.
Turn right back. You feel a bit inspired by the courage of Edward as you come back
Lovely.
in the aura, but
Lovely.
then you get to that. So then back to Edward and Marion.
All right. First action. We are going to move into position. And also keep the inspired courage up for our second action. And third action, we are going to cast Rip the Spirit
Rip the
as
spirit.
2 actions.
Fuck yeah. Okay. One living creature in range and damage is 10d6 negative instead of 5d6. By dooming the target to pain and death. Makes
Yeah.
fortitude
Yeah.
save, eh?
Basic fortitude save.
All right.
Oh, it has the same pattern as heal and harm.
Oh, cool.
2 as ranged and adds a little bit, and then 3 as AoE.
So, it gets a 31 on its fortitude save. So that is a normal success. So
Dang.
meaning taking half damage. So it's the 22,
22
plus
plus the
17.
17.
So
that
39 half to 19.
Yeah.
All right, 19 points of negative damage as you attempt to rip the spirit from these things in the darkening twilight of the forest around you in this grim scene. The blood around you turns a little bit darker shade as you attempt to conjure forth this necromancy from it and rip the spirit, but the creature is too frightened, it's too panicked. Like, normally under, like, a creature fighting for itself or angry or whatever, you'd have more success, but this creature is so freaked out that it just avoids this attack, manages to turn away before its spirit is ripped from its corporeal body, and succeeds on its save. Is that Edward and Marion's go?
Yep.
Alright, then we're moving on to Horatio.
I am going to move to here and extend my protective ward twice.
Alrighty. The abjuration magic emanating farther and farther from Horatio, and boosting your frightened condition by 1 more, down to frightened 1. So that's
How long does
Horatio.
Inspire Courage last?
It lasts 1 round, but I can cast it each round.
Okay.
Sustained it, so it is sustained. Back to its turn. So Faith did a nasty punch. So I think we're just going to rip into Faith. Although.
Optimally.
No, it's Yeah, it's not concerned about Oarshes. We're gonna be fine. It is going to kind of move its hand in a pattern and circle near Faith and
Okay.
cast a spell at you, which I believe provokes opportunity attacks from both Marion and Oarshes, actually.
And do I recognize the spell? I can do. Oh, I have a reaction I can do if I don't. If I don't have it prepared.
Arcane, correct?
Yeah, it would have. Well, it has to be a spell I have. If it's a spell I have prepared, then I know what it is, even if it's.
Let me check your spell.
Even if it's primal. I don't think. Is this a cone? I don't think I have any cone spells prepared.
Not a cone.
Okay.
Check your spells.
I don't have my preparations really in here. They're on my iPad, but
You do not have a spell.
okay. Then I want to use my reaction.
The 22 and 26 both miss.
Yeah.
This is not going to work because I'm not trained in nature, but
It is primal.
yeah.
So
I don't know what it is. But
alright. It's gonna cast a spell, so this is just going to target Faith. You'll need to make a fortitude save.
Is it still dazzled? Does that matter?
It is still dazzled.
It is still dazzled, and that
Has
does
to make a
matter.
DC 5 check, but it has to target
yeah,
me.
if it's a touch spell,
You can
then
do this. It's not a touch spell, but it is a targeted range spell.
okay.
So no! It tries to look over at Faith, but the cloak of many colors dazzles at the last second. The spell goes and tries to target, but to no effect. It wastes those 2 actions. Thank you, cloak of many colors. Frustrated with the colors and everything going off, it is just going to then spend its last action to flail.
Yeah.
we're just gonna flail because it can attack now. Since Marion's in melee, it can attack each of you. So it's going to attack Faith, Marion, and Oarshus with this last action. So flail. It does this. So this is flat checks again. So we're gonna start with Faith again. Yes, that super does.
It finds me this time.
Yeah, it finds you this time and gets. So that's that 40 to hit you.
That
40
will
hit
be
you?
a
That's
crit.
a crit, yeah.
Okay. So that is 54 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Just very. Instead of trying to do its spell bullshit at you, it just like rakes you across the face. Then flat check against Marion. No! Let's flail against Marion once more is dazzled by the coat. Cannot do it. And then finally Oarshus does manage to get the hit off on Oarshus. So that's going to be... that's only a 24 though.
That does not hit.
Alright, no, you missed, but Faith takes a nasty claw across the face. That's its turn. Oarshus.
I'm gonna take the opportunity of turning away from me to try to grab it again.
Alright.
Athletics.
Yeah, that's a failure, unfortunately.
Oof, I was just trying to get it flat-footed for Fabian.
If you move to here, Fabian could stand there and get flat-footed. And then I could stand there and we could all have flat-footed and no one would be standing next to you. Just saying.
Yeah, we'll step to there.
It doesn't seem to have opportunity attack because it didn't hit me when I battle medicine.
Yeah, nobody's not to step though.
Caution.
Do I attack or try again? We attack. Nope. Okay.
Dances around. Just can't catch me. Can't touch me. So that is the end of Oarshus' go. Oarshus' go. Faith, on to you.
Well, I'm gonna step to there, and I'm gonna flurry. I'm gonna try a key strike this time.
Okay.
First attack, I get a +1. I get a +1 because heroism's still around, right?
For 10 minutes, yep.
What about the other one? Inspire courage.
Yep.
Sustained.
And they stack.
And the green aura.
21.
21. That natural.
Wait, no,
two,
they don't.
Not doing any favors.
They don't stack.
They don't stack.
For
But-
attack
They're both
rolls.
status. They're both status.
They do
yeah.
different things. That hits.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes,
32?
Yes, that will hit.
Oh, that was the wrong damage.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you if you just want to roll the extra force damage, keep that 13, or if you just want to redo the key strike and take the damage.
I'll roll the extra force damage.
Okay, so 13 plus 46.
Yep, and it's still cold iron.
So that's
Some of it is cold iron.
28.
Yep.
Yep.
Counts as if through a cold iron attack.
Yes.
So 28.
Well,
20.
only 13 of it is cold iron. The 15 is just force.
Doesn't matter. It triggers weakness.
It triggers the cold iron.
If you just did 1
Um,
damage, it would be enough.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
There might be something else going on that I don't understand.
Where's our splash potions of cold iron?
ow, ow! It again is just this brutal hit on this creature. It just recoils from the punches, like almost convulsing over and screaming as the punch makes the connection. That was flurry, so fortitude save, right?
Yep.
Let's see what we get this time. 32.
That's what we got last time. It's still fast.
I think I got a 40 last time.
Yeah, 40 last time.
No, that was to hit me. I remember that one.
So that was
Awesome.
move, flurry. You
I have two more
actions
actions.
left.
I'm gonna treat my own wounds. I'm gonna do a DC 20. I crit succeed. I gain 28 hit points, so
Huzzah.
it goes up by 28. And then I'm going to do a last attack. Which means this one. Give it a 1. Give it a 1.
Nope.
So I'm going to miss. Well, I hit him once.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
The punches that you have landed have been severe, very very.
Yeah.
So we're back to Fabian. Hey, you can.
Hey,
get
I
in.
made it!
I
made it.
Hey guys, what I miss?
I can complete the little.
Yeah. The square, the kill square has been
Choo!
formed.
How's that?
Oh!
Ooh, nice.
Coming back
Nice.
in with the entrance, Fabian sliding in with the cold iron rapier. Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Shit.
Rolled a lot better
Um,
for damage, but it's not too bad.
Whew. So that's 18
What?
plus
It's-
24 plus 1, so 19 plus 24, 30,
Oh, yeah, right.
43? 43 points of damage, plus its weakness?
Yeah.
What is?
Oh my god. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, you thought it was screaming before. You thought this creature was wailing and crying and bemoaning its lot in life, and every time Faith landed
I'm
a punch,
starting to feel bad for killing it.
it screamed. Now, like, even through your ringing eardrums and that sonic vulnerability, you hear this, like, in your bones. You swear that this yell, this scream, must be heard for miles around. It is earth-shatteringly loud. And I won't blow out everybody's speakers by doing it. Of course, I could totally do a loud scream right now, but I will spare you that.
Okay,
just
Morday.
Suffice to say, it is... Yeah, it is, it shakes the dirt beneath your feet. It is a loud, mournful cry that as you come in, running forward, skewering the rapier, and as you withdraw it, it is lurching over. It is super bloodied by this point. Just over and over. That'll be good.
I have one more action left. I feel terrible. I don't really want to kill it.
It's probably just doing its thing, honestly. Like,
Well,
it's.
I don't even know. It could be just like a happy forest spirit.
That's what I'm
guardian
saying.
of the
It's
wood.
probably just doing its thing, and we happen to be in the wrong place, and it's trying to kill us.
Well, Faith will knock it out or something, surely, right?
If Faith gets the last hit.
Faith's
I mean,
a
if someone
good-
doesn't kill it first.
Okay, well, I'll do this for my last action, and then I'll let other people do stuff again.
So you stick the rapier in just a little bit more. So 2 persistent bleed damage on top of that. Good.
It's up to you, Faith.
okay.
You can take it out peacefully, right?
Yeah, totally. So,
I mean, if I knock it unconscious and it's bleeding, does it just die?
Probably.
Right?
well.
Edward.
I'm just asking.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's a tomorrow problem.
I'm just saying that's the least lethal thing I can do if it's on its last legs, while also still not wanting us to die.
All right. Edward,
All right. We are going to inspire courage. Then I'm going to boost Eidolon. And Marion's going to make 2 attacks.
All right.
Have to do math. Oh my
There we
god.
go. We did it. You did it.
Wow.
I didn't do anything this fight, but y'all
Wow.
did.
Wow. These deadly ones.
Deadly one.
Every little bit
That's,
counts.
37
Yeah.
points. Okay. Marion sees the back turn because it's now facing toward Fabian and takes the opportunity to slash across the back. It arcs back out in pain, now skewered from one side with the rapier, slashed across the back with the elf blade, the boosted elf blade. It is weak. You see it kind of losing most of its strength, kind of crumpling down on its knees. It is not quite down, but it is severely injured.
Well, let's see if we can finish it.
Oh, say diplomacy time?
Depends.
Our diplomacy is pretty bad.
No, it's not.
Mine is.
We have really good diplomacy in this party.
25 will still not be enough. It lurches in just kind of like a spasm at one point, and that is enough to move it out of the deadly range of the elf blade. Is that y'all's
Do it,
go?
Patrick.
All right, Ratio. Still a little frightened with this thing. Still a little.
Reaction magic missile.
Yeah!
This will have 3 numbers, so we will go with the first 3, or it'll have 6, because I build it in to do if I heighten it. So 10.
That is 10 points.
10 damage.
That is enough.
Yeah! Magic
Skewered
missile.
by the thing, still a little freaked out and frightened, conjure a basic spell to put the creature out of its misery. 3 missiles pierce through, going straight through the creature. The eye flails around one last time wildly between the fingers before descending into darkness. And the creature just kind of crumples over sideways. And its skin sinks into the skeleton and becomes just this very shriveled, small thing, and kind of like almost melts into the earth, into the dirt a little bit, like it's covered with moss almost immediately. Is it?
Oh, I feel
Expires.
terrible. Poor thing.
And,
Oh well, it was trying to kill us.
The frightened condition goes away.
That was harrowing.
Yes,
But we're
for
doomed.
you're still doomed. Those of you who were
Yeah.
doomed before, that's still happening. And in due time, the heroism and the faith, all the stuff fades away. However, for besting that harrowing encounter, you each get 120 experience points.
Yay!
Nice.
Level 10.
I know what I'm getting.
Oh wait, is that enough to level up?
Yeah.
So what are we at now then?
That is
50?
ding.
I think we're at 50.
Because I missed last session. 50? Okay.
Oh, Grandma, I have a question for you, the GM.
Yes.
Can I take the uncommon level 2 feat chromotherapy?
Chromotherapy. Let's do a look-see there. Chromotherapy.
Everybody types open.
Yes. What is this?
You firmly believe in the technique of strengthening one's life force, spiritual energies, and bodily fluids through the
interesting.
application of colored light. It's the thing from A Mighty Wind. It's like the fucking like the cult of color. It's this. They did that.
It's a real thing. I mean, it's
okay.
not a real thing. It doesn't work.
No.
But it's a thing that people really believe.
Okay. So, with respect to the chromotherapist out there, when using a torch, lantern, or other artificial light source to illuminate an area of dim light or darker, use a combination of alchemical reagents, medicinal components, and colored lenses to turn that light into one of 7 colors, allowing you to help an ally recover from persistent damage. Give that target an assisted recovery, but the target can be anywhere within the light, the bright light of the light source, instead of needing to be adjacent to you. Ambient bright light drowns out your artificial illumination and prevents you from using chromotherapy. The color of the light you choose determines the type of persistent damage from which you help the target recover. It goes red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. For cold, electricity, mental, bleed, fire, acid, and poison. And you increase the blood flow. You cancel out electric charge. You reduce pain and mental stress. You promote blood flow. You cool the body. You render acids inert, and you purify the body. So Faith gets into healing crystal magic and chromotherapy. Absolutely.
It's not crystals, because there is another feat you can take that uses crystals. This thing uses colors.
My mistake. You do.
I make that very clear.
So when torch, lantern, or other artificial light source.
This isn't crystals, damn it! This is science.
This is real hard science here. Yeah,
Real science.
It's colored light.
Yeah,
It's not crystals.
The source of this feat is Dark Archive, page 78. You expert. Yeah. So you have to use like a physical light source, torch.
Yeah.
Back that. This wouldn't work.
I have to talk to our friend the merchant, see if he can buy me see if we can find some colored lights.
Yeah,
some color filters for the hood lantern that he has for sale.
Sure, you absolutely can take yourself chromotherapy.
Nice. So are we taking the time to level up now?
So, it kind of depends on what you guys are doing at this point. It is in the evening, like nightfall is upon you. So in terms of your journey and where you are on the Swordlands map, so y'all are down over here, just a little bit outside the hollows. You still have a decent ways to get to Life Root Stone, so that's 7 miles or so journey. That'll take a few hours if you want to try to keep heading that way, or if you want to, stop earlier. You are currently in the vicinity of a grisly
let's
homicide
move
scene
for
now,
like an hour.
At least out of eyesight of this.
Yeah.
Half an hour or so, maybe.
I don't know, 15 minutes.
Yeah, so just a little bit.
Just don't want to look at it.
Sure.
Actually, it feels right that we should bury this poor bastard. Can we do that instead?
Yeah, let's maybe bury both things.
Did we check their
Well,
corpses?
the other thing
Do they
kind of
have
like
anything on
melted
their
into
corpse?
the ground.
Yeah,
right?
it kind of buried itself.
That's
But
true.
the satyr we can do.
Yeah.
Yes. You take this horned, goat-footed.
Oh, we even have a gravedigger on hand.
Yeah, you could go back and see if you catch up with Borlu and be like, "Hey."
Oh, he didn't come with us? Okay, I
Yeah.
forgot.
He went home.
He was gonna head home and then in the morning head over to Carrick.
Got it. Okay, never mind. We'll do it ourselves.
All right.
Don't we still have that shovel?
We do. We have
The
the magical
Shuni shovel is a
Yeah, the
magical
Shuni
shovel.
shovel.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
All right, easy.
Yeah, the shovel. It's a real good shovel, y'all. The Shunis make the best shovels.
Just a magnificent shovel.
Look at that. Look at that shovel. Absolutely amazing. And the power, yes. 2 action, once per day. Place the shovel in a starting position, specify the dimensions, directions, dig. The shovel then animates and digs on its own at a rate of 1 5-foot cube per 10 minutes till the task is complete or it is picked up. You can dig through dirt, gravel, sand, snow, or similar loose material. Stops digging if it strikes stone or other solid material. Can sense if its digging path will cause a building to collapse, harm a creature, or otherwise create significant problems, in which case it automatically stops digging. Shoony shovel can only be used for good.
So
You could say, dig this grave, and it will work on its own.
are we gonna find another one of those things? I guess that's like
Certainly.
spoilers.
We don't know that.
Okay.
There have been a couple strange creatures that have
Yeah.
reacted very strongly to these cold iron weapons. You did notice that, but other than that,
Should I train in nature, or maybe religion?
That's up to you.
I get a free skill training because I get I get +5 intelligence bonus, so I get another skill training.
Nice. I mean,
Nature seems helpful right now, or I could just do performance. Horatio could perform.
So the shovel goes about its task to dig the grave. You take the body of it's a satyr from the tree and are preparing it. Are there any special preparations or things you do to the body before you put it in the ground?
No.
It was. Let's see.
Maybe say some words. We don't know who this was, but they met a terrible fate.
Along the road.
We wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. May the gods have mercy on their souls.
Yeah, we can wrap it in a cloth. Just something a little respectful. Actually, we have probably a number of robes, don't we?
Yeah, you've taken robes from various religious institutions at this point, so you can kind of wrap as best you can within this grave. As you're doing that, kind of preparing the body, Faith, you just kind of notice, given your expertise in medicine, that there's the wound around the nose, and if you kind of peer at it for a second, you can see that the wound is pretty deep and probably extends all the way into the head. So, and this is probably not the way the creature died, as gruesome as that is to think about, but there's definitely signs of something entering one of the nostrils and going up all the way into the brain.
I am going to dig into it and see if I can find what's obviously stuck up there inside the brain.
Okay.
It may not be there anymore, but
I won't describe in too great depth what this process
No!
looks like.
All the
seems like.
details!
All the horrible details. It essentially, with a bit of like medical examination, you've gotten progressively better over these past few months at healing bones and kind of doing medicine practice, even though you have a bit of magic to help you out on the side. It does seem that part of the brain is missing. So something went into the satyr's nostril and extracted like a bit of brain from it.
No.
Yes. You get
Brain-
10 experience points for
Brain
finding this out.
collectors.
So.
They've been...
Brain collectors are scary.
illicit. Is that what the word is? What am I?
Those don't
not in
exist here.
Pathfinder.
Yeah. But since it's copyrighted or whatever.
Trademark.
TM. Yeah, but you
Trademark
all,
Wizards
for
of the
finding
Coast.
out this horrible fact, you all get 10 experience points.
What brain collectors are aberrant, right?
Brain
Aberration.
collectors are different from illithids.
I know, but they're not Fey. No, they're weird.
But given this examination, finding this out, this soul has been through enough, so you commit the body to the
Yeah,
earth
especially
to peaceful
somebody
birds.
digging around in its brain twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already dead when I looked at it.
Yeah. It is unpleasant, but most of this has been. But with the burial, you're able to leave that. It is nighttime. You find a space not too far away. Another copse of trees, and even 15 minutes away seems like a different planet from where you just left. You know, and it's calm by the side of the road. You know, a nice gathering of trees to protect you from being seen. You're able to take a night to rest along the side of the road on your way to the Life Root Stone. So, you all can get a full night's rest. And with this part, able to do the new spells and whatnot to leveling up. We'll go for just a little bit longer to what you get to next, and then between sessions you can do the full perusing of the level 10 options. You're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer in terms of the level structure.
-1 doomed.
Yes, so those of you who are doomed 1, you're no longer doomed.
Yay!
Yay.
Still doomed 1.
Still only slightly doomed.
Slightly doomed. So, if the next morning after your rest, bringing us now to the which in our world would be Christmas morning, but in Galarian it is Fire Day, 25th of Cuthona, 4720. Day of Fire. And on this morning, in the Mediterranean-like climate that you're at, it is a little chilly, but fairly mild in terms of how winters go in other parts of the world. You come upon kind of a little bit of an overcast morning. Doesn't seem like it's going to rain, but just a little dreary, a little bleary. If you have no other plans or preparations you're trying to do in the morning, or anything else impeding your journey, you can continue on your trek toward the Tower of the Life Root Stone.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Alrighty. A few hours pass, mid-morning, maybe 11 or so, and you come upon this scene. Uneven ground and sporadic foliage mark the edges of the Selwyn Hills. A break in the scattered copses of trees provides a view of the tower known as the Life Root Stone, just beyond the next ridge. Its basic shape of a stepped pyramid is still discernible, but much of its upper portions have collapsed, leaving only a broken fragment of its former immensity rising above its first tier. Along with this destruction, it's apparent that the years have not been kind to the structure. Nevertheless, hundreds of feet above the ground, its shining orb still floats in the air, completely unsupported, giving off light as a beacon visible for miles in every direction. So, from still a ways off, like the previous tower before the Wellspring Tower, you spot this tower off in the distance. But this one is in bad shape. Part of it toward the base is overgrown, but it is as if you took the top of the tower and just crumbled it, and just flattened it. But the position of the Aeon Orb didn't change with that collapse. So the Aeon Orb is flying like 100+ feet over where the new top of the tower is. There's like this one little light way up above where the structure now sits. Collapsed, overgrown. You can still tell it's similar at the base to the previous tower. So there's those two kind of platforms, and there's the switchback stairs going up to a terrace, and above the terrace, that's about as high as it goes. The rest of it crumbled down and broken. You also start picking up, as you come closer, like little bits and pieces of ruins or wreckage along the side of the road, kind of sporadically scattered throughout here as you make your approach. They're overgrown, vine-covered pieces of stone or clay, and if you take another second to look at them, you will see like half of a face or part of an arm or a leg. They're statue-like, figures of stone and clay lying in the dirt and overgrown with plants in various directions. But you see, Horatio. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't take you long, Horatio, to kind of piece together that with the way these are built and how you can kind of look around to one side, these were almost certainly once clay and stone golems that have been broken and long since forgotten about in different piecemeal things. Let's see. I'm going to make a secret check for probably Horatio and Edward. Let's do Edward first, and then Horatio. Okay. Calder Brothers. You've been around here in various capacities for various lengths of time, around Absalom, around this island. This kind of starts to piece together a story in your head. You remember a story about a pair of dwarven wizards in their attempt to raise a golem army to assault the city of Absalom. They're a couple of dwarven wizards by the name of Luco and Jormir Grundrin. And these dwarven wizards thought themselves able to use some of the power of this Aeon Tower, some of the power of the stone, because people know about the Aeon Towers for a long time. They've just been these landmarks, and this was centuries ago, but they thought, well, there's obviously some kind of source of power there, so they attempted to use that to cause an uprising against the city of Absalom, but it didn't work. To say the least. Absalom has been invaded before, and these dwarven wizards, like many others before them and many others after them, failed. It failed pretty spectacularly, and you can kind of see with the remnants of the tower and all these golem pieces lying about the result of that attempted breach and destruction of Absalom. So you kind of notice this and point this out and kind of confirm with each other that this seems to be the story of this place and how it came to be like you currently see it. So if there is a certain way you wish to approach the tower, before you took a pretty direct route right to the base to where the two platforms are, but you are still a little ways away from it at this point, you can see in the distance, so if there's any sort of attack plan you wish to formulate, now is the time.
Is it away from everything else? Flatlands around it?
There's a bit more growth and trees and shrubs that are coming closer to it than there was around the Wellspring Tower. The Wellspring Tower was pretty deserted around it, but there's more varied terrain and some hills and the path going toward it. Some trees and shrubs.
Yeah, if we can sort of make our way through the shrubland, that would be good, I think.
A shrubbery.
Do we see any signs of Zolgaths?
Let's see. Yes, so pretty much everyone except for Owarshisk. Owarshisk is kind of scouting, looking through, seeing like what's the best way of attack. Can I go this way? Can I climb through the underbrush? Can we do this? Can we do that? The rest of you are looking out, and kind of off to the left, you see like 4 Zolgaths kind of making a counterclockwise path sort of in your direction, and kind of coming around, maybe making a wide loop around the tower. You also can see occasionally, though it's kind of moving through the trees, this massive lumbering shape.
A
It has
dinosaur?
2 legs, probably. It's kind of obviously it's like stalking through the forest, but there is this low.
It's either a dinosaur or a very, very big Zolgath.
So I think, because this is relevant at level 10, and I'll just declare this now, I suppose. I'm going to take Quiet Allies.
Quiet allies.
If people want to follow the leader, we just do 1 stealth check at the worst stealths.
Yeah, follow the expert.
You and those allies can roll a single stealth modifier instead of going separately. Doesn't apply for nature rolls. So it's just 1 check, and it's whoever has the lowest stealth modifier makes the check.
Yeah.
But you get the bonus of follow the expert.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So you, after much experience of trying to sneak through and use these Zolgaths and
I'm like pointing out things not to step on.
Right, knowing their kind of patterns and how they're typically are forming out and starting to read into Zolgath tactics, and like, you can keep quiet. But when you're kind of noticing this party, whenever the creature is coming in through the woods, Faith, you
Whoa.
you move
sorry.
with grace and fly to perform amazing stunts.
Like that's the title.
Yeah.
How is it supposed to be the description?
And I like
Bad
to
at
keep
this.
it, the whole ability. The name of the ability. You move with grace.
But I'm not actually flying. So
It's
that
like
doesn't-
a Panic at the Disco song title.
You move with grace and flight and can perform amazing aerial stunts. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to acrobatic check too. I could keep going, but I won't.
That's Fallout Boy.
Fuck! God damn it! Campaign canceled. Faith, you, with your amazing graceful eyes, can see, in addition to this Zolgath patrol that is coming kind of in your direction, so as you begin to try to formulate plans to sneak quietly through, closer to the tower, there are like 2 figures moving kind of on opposite sides of the tower, and they seem to be kind of just plodding along slowly. So you kind of can just see one coming in closer to you as one is coming around the far side a bit slower, and it's very humanoid figure, but larger than human size for sure. You've encountered several moving statues, and it reminds you of those. But they are kind of moving just almost perfectly in sync around, and pretty slow pace, but
Wait, what are they again? Sorry, they're
like
statues.
stone humanoid
they're
moving statue type.
They're moving statues.
So there's a group of
Probably golem-like.
Zolgaths,
Yes.
a group of Zolgaths, a group of statues, and then
Only
also a T-Rex.
Only 2 statues, right?
Only 2. Although if you kind of squint, there's those 2 platforms, and you think you see another statue, but it's just standing still on top of one of those platforms. And what it looks like a tent or a yurt on top of one of those, like a bunch of canvas flaps, kind of where the switchback stairs begin. There's like a little.
So somebody
tent
else is maybe
statue
living
there.
there.
I mean, maybe that, but that's it. But the 3rd statue is not moving.
Correct. It's just standing in front of this tent.
I mean, maybe it's just a statue. It seems unlikely, but
I think we should ambush the patrol.
I agree.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Okay, the Zolgaths?
Yeah,
or
me
those
too.
yeah. All right. So, following Oarsis' lead, begin to sneak quietly. I'll go ahead for the last thing of the session, and if we're doing this quiet allies, who has the lowest stealth modifier?
Mine is a 15.
Mine is also a 15.
I'm 17.
I'm
So
also
not me.
17.
Oh, we are
Jeez.
stealthy. Everybody is at least
That's the
trained
thing
in
we
it.
all have. Yeah.
We're all
That's
Um,
I mean, quite honestly, it's
Sneaky
not
circle
bad.
rat.
Then.
Marion used to not be stealthy, but he died, and
Got replaced by a sneaky motherfucker.
We're all a
God.
bit agile, you
All
know.
right, so I'm going to make the secret check, and I'm just going to take. Do you want it to be Edward or Horatio?
is Oarshisk a master at stealth?
Just expert.
Okay.
so we get a +2.
Yeah.
I don't remember the specifics of follow the expert.
Yeah, so we
'Cause
get a
it'll be-
+2.
It'd be as if you were expert instead of trained.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to take Edward or Horatio's secret check with a +2?
Well, they'd have differences, right?
No, they're the same. We
Oh,
have
they
the
have
same
to be the
both.
same.
Both
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
15.
Although
Plus
if I hold on, we leveled up. Let me adjust my stats.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
I'm definitely taking a boost in dexterity. That's 100%
I
happening.
mean, so am I.
okay,
So
so
it's
it's
actually
a +1
higher,
on
right?
top of that. Um,
So it's 16. So +2 is 18. Is that right?
yeah, so +18. You want to do it, Ross, or me?
Go ahead and do it for me. I don't care. It's the same.
So Horatio's check.
Yep.
All
Sure.
right, I'm gonna take secret
Doesn't
check from Horatio. And
That implies that I'm the worst.
okay, you all come upon quietly under Oarshish's careful watch. Come through the lands, trying to ambush the patrol, staying low amongst the hills and brushes. As you come forward, you see them. Just 4 grunt Zolgaths walking out, 40, 50 feet away from you, completely oblivious. They do not notice. But there is that sound as you approach. The Zolgaths don't really pay you any mind. They come into completely compromised and open position. However, coming through, pushing branches and leaves out of its way as it lumbers through the countryside, comes up to its full, huge height, a full-on Tyrannosaurus Rex sniffs the air in your direction.
Maybe we should have special
And we'll see what happens if they survive the T-Rex attack. Next time on Really Playing Games, The Extinction Curse.